magic and she speaks. Welcome to Blender block number 2. Start with a shuffle. A little shuffle, or you can do a step side tap, but keep moving. For this whole block, we're going to either be doing the moves or shuffling or step tapping. Just keep moving. Keep moving, you get all the points. So this class is 4 blocks. We're going to learn block 1. We're going to do it a bunch. Then we're going to put it away. Block 2, we'll learn it. We'll do it a bunch. Put that one away. Same thing for 3 and for 4. Then we're going to bring them all back and hopefully do them back to back. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That's the goal. We got this. Let's start with block number 1, starting with a jab cross the other way, squat, step, kick. So it's just jab cross, turn, jab cross, squat, step, kick. Got it? This one's a little tricky at first, but we'll do it a bunch. You can do this, starting with our right hand, left, then turning for the second side of punches right there. Hit, 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 squat, yes, jump in. So punch, 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 squat. So jab, cross, low. Now after you kick, the direction you're facing is where your next punch starts. Good. Once you're more comfortable with that, make those punches a little bit sharper, stronger. Take that squat, make it low, that kick higher. Hit, hit. And hit, 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 squat. Let's do 4 more. 4. And 3. 2 more. And just 1 more. Hit, 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 hit. Squat, step, kick, shuffle. Good. How'd it go? All right, put that away. Moving on to block 2, which is switch, switch, squat, punch for 4. Jump together. Switch, switch, squat, and punch, and up. Got it? Don't worry about which leg goes forward first, which arm punches. Doesn't matter. Let's try this right here. Switch, switch, drop, hit, 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 hit. Together again. Yes. Switch, switch, drop, punch. Nice and low. Control those punches. Forgot to jump together on that last one. Switch, switch, drop, hit, 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 up. Good. Yes. Let's do 4 more. This is 4. And 3. 2 more. Low, hit. 1 more. And shuffle. Good. All right. We are moving on. Block number 3 already. Speed bag. So feet together, speed bag twist. Again, then step, roundhouse, hop, hop, twist, then step the other side, roundhouse kick. That's all it is. So don't worry which direction you twist to first. There's 2, so you'll get both in. Alternating kicks. All right, let's give it a try. 4, 3, 2, hop, hop, twist twice. Now step, roundhouse. Do it again. Hop, hop, twist. Step, roundhouse. Good. Roundhouse, your knee comes up first. Extend out from your knee with a pointed foot. A nice, sharp, quick kick. Don't worry about the height, but you can if you really want to get it up there. Step, roundhouse. Try to keep your thigh back. Give me 4. 3 more. Twist, twist. And 2. 1 more. And then we go back to our shuffle. Good. All right. We're already on our final block. Block number 4. All it is. Uppercut, uppercut. Hook, hook, kick, kick to the front. So upper, upper, hook, hook, kick, kick. Easy, easy. Let's give it a try. Don't worry about what arm starts. Let's go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, up, hook, hook, kick, kick. Up, hook. Yes. Strong and sharp. Hit, hit, hook, hook, kick forward. So you're punching from under, around, kick forward, up. Let's do 4 more. 4. You'll notice I'm kind of switching sometimes the starting arm and the first kicking leg. Doesn't matter. Let's do 1 more. Up, hook, hook, kick, shuffle. Nice. Guess what? That's everything. We're gonna put it all together. 1 + 2 + 3 + 4. We're gonna start with 1 with a little shuffle break in between before we put them all together, back to back. You're welcome. Starting from the beginning, jab, cross, squat, step, kick, remember? Let's go. 4, 3, 2, jab, cross, squat, step, kick. 1 more time. Then give me a shuffle. Good. All right. Number 2, switch, squat, punch, pop up. 1 time only. Here we go. Hit, and up, shuffle. That's it. Speed back, twist. Let's go. Step, kick. Again. Kick the other side and shuffle. Uppercut, hook, kick. 4, 3, 2, right here. And that's it, kick. Nice. Can we do back to back? We can try. Let's go for it. Jab, cross, squat, step, kick, in. 4, 3, 2, right here. The other side, squat, step, kick. Now this way, hit. Squat, step, kick, switch, squat, 4 punches. Pop back up, speed back, twist. Step roundhouse. 1 more, kick the other way. Now uppercut, hook. And then kick, good shuffle. How'd that go? All right, we're gonna try back to back a few times. So that was 1 time. We're gonna go for 4 with no shuffle in between. Are you ready? Let's try it. 4, 3, 2, jab, cross, let's go. The other way, squat, step, kick, do it again. And again, kick, switch, squat, 4 punches. Hop it together, speed back, twist, step roundhouse. Do that again. The other kick, uppercut, hook, 2 kicks forward from the beginning, jab, cross. The other way, squat, step, kick, do it again. Switch, squat, 4 punches. Hop it together, speed back, twist, roundhouse kick, speed back again, kick, hook, or not a hook, upper hook, kick from the top, jab, cross. Again, jab, cross, squat, step, kick, switch, squat, 4 punches. Bring it up, speed back, step roundhouse. Do that again. Roundhouse, uppercut, hook, kick forward. 1 more time, let's go, hit. Squat, step, kick. Again, jab, cross, squat, step, kick, switch, squat. Punch for 4. Pop it up, speed back, twist. Roundhouse. Again, speed back. Roundhouse. All right, uppercut, hook, kick, shuffle. Great job. Turn this into a little step tap. Deep breaths. Really good, you guys. Butt kicks right here. Add some heels, some arms. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. A little step tap. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Take it down, shake it out. So good. I know the choreography gets a little squirrely in your brain, gets a little squirrely in mine, but it gets better. You're doing great. That's 2 blocks down. Take a break, get a drink, grab 1 dumbbell. We're doing standing abs with one dumbbell. Great job.